Hello everyone. In this video we'll solve LeetCode question number 5, longest palindromic substring. So to begin, let's understand the question first. This question says that given a string S, return the longest palindromic substring in S. Let's look at the example here. So if the input is S and you are given BA, BAD, the output should be BAB, which is a valid palindrome. Let's look at example number 2. We have S and the string is C, B, B, D, and a valid palindrome out of it would be B, B. So to solve this, what we'll do is we'll create a function that we'll call to expand and check the substring from the center. So generally what happens is in a string, in a substring, as you can see, the left and right are equal to each other, and for cases where we have even substrings, even number of characters, we'll consider one of the center characters as the center, the main center. So let's see how I have approached to solve this problem. For the very first line here, I've added one if statement. So if s dot length is less than 2, return s. For cases where we just have s or ss, there's a high chance that it will always be a palindromic substring. So we'll just return the given string. Now what we'll do is we'll initialize two variables using the let keyword, and we'll keep one start and we'll keep one end. We'll use the start and end to keep a track of the starting point of our longest palindrome and the end point of our longest palindrome. We'll update this later in the function. Now inside this function itself, we'll write another function which is called expand. What this expand would do is it would expand our given indices from left and right side. Okay, so and then it will return the left and right, which is the start and the end point of that substring. So inside our function, what we'll do is we'll run a while loop. This while loop would keep going on, or our string would keep expanding until the left does not go out of bound, right does not go out of bound, and the characters on both the sides match. So as you can see here, left is greater than 0. In our while condition, we have added this. Left should be greater than or equal to 0. Right should be less than string dot length, and string at left should be equal to string at right. Whenever this as long as this condition is met, we'll decrease the left and we'll increase the right, so that we expand a string from the center. Once this is done, what we'll do is we'll return our start and stop, start and the end character. Now as you can see, we have added +1 here and -1 here. The reason is the loop always stops after one step. Let's say when left becomes -1, that is when the loop stops. Similarly, when right becomes out of bound, Let's say we have ABA as example, and when right becomes greater than s dot length or equal to s dot length, that is when the loop stops. So to fix that, what we have done is, instead of returning just left and right, we are increasing one character of left, and then we are just adding left by one and decreasing right by one to make sure that they are in the right state. Now, what we'll do is we'll initialize a for loop. In this for loop, we'll take I, and I would be less than s dot length, and we'll keep increasing I after every iteration. And then we'll have to let here to handle both the cases, one where we have the odd length palindrome and one where we have the even length palindrome. So to handle the odd length palindrome, what we'll do is we'll extract L1 and R1, and we'll expand the current I that we got. Similarly, to handle the even length palindrome, we'll get L2 and R2 from expand function, and in this function we'll pass I and I plus 1. So as if you can remember, we said that if for even length palindrome there could be like one of the two center characters could be treated as the center character. Okay, so to handle that case, we are doing I plus 1 here. Now, to check if the odd palindrome is longer than the current palindrome, than the current longest, what we'll do is we'll have two if statements here. If R1 minus L1, so if whatever we are getting here is greater than end minus start, so currently our end minus start would be 0. So whatever we'll get in R1 minus L1, if that is greater than our current end and start, we'll change the value of start. So start would be L1 and end would be R1. And in our next if statement, what we are doing is we are checking for the R2 and L2. So in line number 74, we got L2 and R2. So we will check if the difference between them is greater than end and start, the current end and start. So we'll reassign the value of start and end accordingly. Once this entire for loop is done, we'll get our start and end points, and we'll so we don't have to just return the points, we have to return the substring. So what we'll do is we'll do s dot slice, and we'll add the start point from where we have to slice the string, and we'll add the end point plus 1, so that we get the exact string. Let's run the test here. As you can see, for our first input, we got BAB, and expected was also BAB, and in our second case we got CBBD, and the output was supposed to be double B, and we got the output. Now this is a medium difficulty problem which has been asked in many companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Bloomberg, Cisco, TikTok, Zoho. So it's one of the favorite questions of the interviewer. Let's try and submit this. As you can see, beats 38.37%. So thank you.